Hey everybody, wanted to put together just a short video talking about what we did today with the wedge work. So I want you to recall with the wedge work, we are trying to find that tripod, right? That's step one. In step two, we are looking to find either A, pronation, or B, supination of the foot. And remembering, as you'll see in the slides here, pronation is the foot lengthening. We're looking for the arch to flatten. We're looking for our foot to quote unquote lengthen. Now, why is this important? It's important because it allows us to put force in the ground to compress at those joints. And if we don't have this in our feet, then our body compensates for our joints' lack of ability to do this. And as we hit on earlier, that's when we see injuries up the chain. Supination, as you'll see in the videos with the wedges. Supination is the inverse of pronation. So what does this mean? This means that we need to see the arch raised. We need to form a rigid base. The supination, as it pertains to golf, it really helps us load up our hip, load up the glute rotator in the backswing. We generate a lot of power in that position, okay? Remember, supination or pronation, they aren't bad. We need both of them for specific abilities. Whatever it is we're doing. If we're playing golf, if we're walking, if we're running, whatever it is that we are doing in movement. Okay, and as we talked about earlier, I'd suggest starting to implement these drills with the wedges or towels before you play golf. I think that's a great place to start. You know, I'd spend 5, maybe 10 minutes at most, quote unquote, waking up your feet. So here would be the prescription. I would perform 10 repetitions of the pronation drill or drills. I'm showing you both here in these videos, and then go for a short walk. Okay, maybe like a 20 to 30 second walk. Then I want you to check in with yourself. You know, what did you notice? If anything at all. Maybe you didn't notice anything, and take note of that. Then I want you to perform 10 repetitions of pronation on the other side. Go for a walk. Check in with yourself. What did you notice, if anything at all? Then do the same thing for the supinated wedge positions. If you feel like any of the 3 points of the tripod are not making contact with the ground, remember that first met head, the fifth met head, and the heel. Not the first toe and the fifth toe. It's the metatarsal head, right? The fat pad on our foot. If we lose that contact, remember, then we need to establish ground. You need to find the ground. So what does that mean? I need you to place a towel or a wedge, whatever you have on you, in the area that is coming off the ground. That's really what the wedges are for in this drill. It's to makeshift a quote-unquote ground or point of contact. Remember, as we talked about, our brain gets a ton of feedback when our feet sense the ground. If we lose any of these 3 points on the tripod, then what happens is we have to find stability in another position on the foot. Remember, we always establish a tripod on our foot. But if we can't get the first met head, the fifth met head on the ground, this shrinks our surface area and makes it much harder for us to build a foundation on, right? Our tripod, our foundation becomes much smaller. Hope this helps. Please, please, please reach out to me if you have any questions. If this is confusing, I'd love to clarify it. I think it's such a key point. I just wanted to make a video on it. All right, guys, I hope you have a great week, and we will see you next Monday, March 13th at 10 a.m. Take care.